Welcome back to the channel. Monica Love here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading from mid-January to mid-February. Now this is going to be a general reading, so it may resonate with you, it may not. If it does resonate with you, there will be a link in the description box for the extended. So Taurus, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. Okay, so your challenge is the Seven of Wands. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the King of Swords in reverse. Okay, so your challenge has a lot to do with the Seven of Wands energy. I'm really strongly getting with the Seven of Wands energy here. There's this defensive energy, okay? The defensive energy of protecting yourself, of needing to maybe fend off certain people, certain energies. We're going to clarify the Seven of Wands and see what the important message is for you in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the Queen of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So it looks like in the recent past, for many of you, there was a really strong connection that you had with someone. I do see that it could have been a water sign here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm also getting air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I'm really strongly getting that one of you in the connection really wanted to take things to the next level, really believed that it was time to move things forward. But somebody here, and I don't feel like this was you, I feel like this was your person, there's this energy of feeling stuck in something, or feeling like, you know, there's something that this person couldn't really release themselves from, okay? And that may have compromised the connection between you and them in the recent past. We're going to clarify and get more information in a moment. Now, in the present moment, you have the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Strength. So it looks like in the present moment, there is some sort of decision that has to be made about how you want things to move forward, how you want things to proceed. I do sense in the present moment, someone here is tired. They don't want to completely give up on this situation. They're trying to gather all the energy they can within themselves to maybe make a decision about this. We're going to find out more when we clarify. In the near future, you have the Ace of Swords, the Tower, and the Devil. Okay, so I see in the near future, there's definitely some sort of event that happens that's out of your control. I feel like the reason why this is happening, Taurus, is because there's something that's been very, very toxic, either around you or that you've been experiencing. And the Tower moment, it looks like the Tower moment is going to bring a lot of truth. A lot of truth and clarity, excuse me, especially if it's been very difficult for you to make some sort of decision. If it's been very difficult to maybe get through something here, we're going to find out more when we clarify. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Three of Swords, Five of Wands, Knight of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So what you don't see coming is the fact that, first of all, I feel like there was some sort of conflict here with someone in the recent past, and, you know, you haven't really gotten over that conflict. You haven't really gotten over the pain, okay? Not the conflict, but the pain that this argument or conflict created. I feel like this person has been very withdrawn from you. Usually this person's very emotionally available, but for some reason they're not emotionally available to you. The good news here is that I do see you healing from this person, this air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, maybe water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I have Leo here, Virgo, maybe another Taurus here. I'm also getting that this person eventually is going to come back to you. They're eventually going to come back. And that makes a lot of sense because Venus right now is in retrograde. So of course there's going to be delays and, you know, ups and downs when it comes to love. Okay. So this is what you don't see coming. Now let's get into your reading and let's see what's going on for you. All right, let's clarify your challenge. Okay, so your challenge, Seven of Wands, is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Lovers, and the Empress. Yes. So your biggest challenge here is the fact that you do love someone, you do care about them, but the thing is that the relationship has become so confusing. The idea of this relationship has become very confusing. A lot of you want this relationship to grow. You want it to move to the next level. You want to nurture it. You want to see it come to this place of fulfillment for you. But because there's been so much confusion, a lot of you don't want to have anything to do with this anymore. There's something here about you disconnecting, and it's the hardest thing, right? Because it's in your challenge position. So, you know, right now, I think a lot of you, your biggest challenge here is to recognize maybe the options that you have. You know, there's not just one way of looking at this situation, but there's multiple options that could be had in terms of, you know, wanting this relationship to grow. But I feel like, you know, your challenge here is to really listen to yourself, and what yourself may be saying is, I need a break. I need, you know, to disconnect from this for a moment, to gain some sort of clarity, because there's something here about a relationship that's been really, really confusing, and all you want to do is make it grow. You want, and again, this doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be something that you want to flourish, and it's just, there's so much confusion. Now, one of the things you have to keep in mind is Mercury is still retrograde and Venus is still retrograde. So these two planets are very much, you know, going to affect your energy and what is going on. So that's your challenge. That's what I'm seeing. Now, let's clarify the recent past. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is clarified by the King of Pentacles. You have the Six of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like in the recent past, there was this idea that, you know, everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to work out. We're going to work things out. I think a lot of you made an effort to try to work things out with this person because deep down inside, you really believed it was going to be successful. But I think one of the things that you started to learn here in the past, Taurus, was that whoever you were dealing with, they had issues. They had a lot of issues. And I don't feel like they had issues necessarily with you. I feel like they more or less had issues within themselves. And as much as you wanted this connection to grow and move to the next level, was it possible? Of course it was possible. But because this person was dealing with their own kind of their own thing, I don't know exactly what they were dealing with, but there were certain issues that this person dealt with that may have created some sort of you know, disbalance within the connection, right? In terms of wanting to work on things, wanting things to be successful, wanting to move to the next level. So I'm seeing here that you and this person weren't really on the same page in the recent past. And it could have been because of personal issues that this person was going through. Okay. Now in the present moment, there's a decision that you have to make. I feel like you don't want to give up on something here, but you may need to decide, you know, what is necessary moving forward. Let's clarify the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Cups. You have the Ace of Wands and the Sun. So you see, you need to decide whether or not you're ready to completely disconnect from this situation. Now, for some of you, this doesn't mean it's a relationship, okay? It could be an idea. The Ace of Wands often talks about a new start, but it often, and intuitively, I'm picking up that it's like a new project that you have, something that you're really passionate about, and you don't know if you should still continue doing it, okay? You don't know if you're gonna have a new beginning with someone. You don't know if you should just completely disconnect and walk away. And that's something that a lot of you, I feel like, are, you know, you're contemplating that in the present moment. Tell me more about the Nine of Wands. All right, so the Nine of Wands is clarified by the King of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. So again, some of you, this could have a lot to do with finances as well too, because the Ten of Pentacles is showing up. I feel like you don't want to give up on something because your idea of it being really successful is still there. You still believe that it's possible. I think a lot of you right now, for those of you in love and, you know, you're watching this for love purposes, I feel like there's somebody in your life that's been really on and off. And as much as you want to believe that there's an opportunity for you and this person to be successful, I think a lot of you are coming to a point right now where you have to be more realistic than be in this fantasy. There's something here about being in a fantasy. And I think that's what's driving you to make a decision, because, you know, the King of Swords is an energy of being very, very logical, right? And, you know, the Knight of Cups is here. So again, the Knight of Cups is showing up. You know, so there's something here about needing to make a decision in the present moment about whether or not you want to stick around and hope that this situation is going to become what you want it to become, okay? Now, in the near future, I do see a major change happening, okay? It's like a night and day kind of situation, and the Tower is here. And we're going to find out why the Tower is here. And often when the Tower shows up, it is a direct message from Spirit that something here is not stable. It's not working anymore. And a lot of you may have ignored it for a really long time, but you can't ignore it anymore with the Tower being here. And it's attached to something here that hasn't been healthy for you. So let's find out exactly why the Tower is showing up here for you in the near future. Okay, so the Tower is clarified by the Four of Pentacles. You have the Queen of Cups and the Page of Wands. Okay, so for many of you in the near future, I'm really strongly getting that you're going to finally decide to move into a new direction. I think there is something here that you are still very much going to be connected to. You're still going to be holding on to this person that, you know, you believe that this person's going to change. You believe this person's going to be better. I do feel strongly here, Taurus, that if you've been dealing with somebody who has personal issues, I do feel like that's going to change, okay? Because I see this person coming towards you and offering love and wanting to move into a new direction. And as I mentioned in What You Don't See Coming, I do see somebody eventually coming back. That's probably most likely going to happen when Venus goes direct, which I believe is at the end of January. Don't quote me, you can check online. But somebody here gains truth and clarity about a situation that they know it's not sustainable, right? It's not sustainable being in this toxic energy. And a lot of you, I feel like you're always going to love this person. You're always going to have a very strong connection to them. But there's something here about you letting this person go through what they need to go through. Because what they need to go through is they need to realize some sort of truth and clarity. And that's not going to happen unless a Tower moment happens. Tell me more about this truth and clarity in the near future for Taurus in love. So the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Hermit. You have the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Yeah. So you see somebody here has to go through a transition. They have to go from being the Knight of Swords to the Queen of Swords. And that's going to require going within and doing the inner work. Okay. I don't feel like this is you. It could be you. But I feel like for many of you, you're attached or you're dealing with somebody who's going through something and they're transforming. And that's what's creating the Tower moment in the near future. I don't think this Tower moment is a bad thing. I just think it's very much needed. It's very much something that's been needed for quite some time, and it finally happens. And this is what draws this person back into a place of balance, because they're not. In the recent past, they had a lot of issues, and that's what stopped you and this person from actually making the relationship happen, okay? So let's get some advice. What is the advice? Okay, so your advice here is the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Your advice here is to be open to working something out with someone. Don't give up on the idea of believing that there is a possibility for things to work out, because Spirit is saying if you're open to working on things, if you're diligently open, you know, even if this is this reading is about your finances, it's like, take action. There's something here about you needing to take action in your work, taking action to resolve something here, not just allowing something to kind of be the way it is, but, you know, if you have an opportunity to craft something or make something better, that's something that you should consider. By you considering that, you have the Wheel of Fortune here. So anything that you work on, anything that you diligently put your mind to and you create with your hands, of course, and with your mind, with the Knight of Swords here, it really could lead to the change that you want. But it's going to start with you. You're the one that has to take action. You're the one that has to put in the work to make this happen, okay? So this is what I have for you, Taurus. I hope this reading helped. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.